Like when you see elevated liver enzymes on a blood work, that's a clue, but it doesn't really tell you why. These type of tests can tell you more straight to the source of why you may see elevated liver enzymes. So in this case, you could see like B vitamins, his B5 was super low. And then vitamin C is almost always low. I mean, he wasn't flatlined, but he was on the low end. And my thought is vitamin C being an antioxidant, the body's just going to burn up as much as it can to try to protect you from the free radical damage of the mycotoxins. But let's go over to the next one, because this is the smoking gun for people. This is the actual mycotoxin report. And so the cool thing is you can pee in a cup, first morning's urine. And the cool thing about fasting too, you're actually going to increase the excretion of mycotoxins and you're going to flush those out through your system more effectively. So that's just another benefit, another reason why many people may feel better when they're fasted, partially because they're running on ketones, but I think also part of it's because they're now flushing out mycotoxins. So these are the actual mycotoxins. So the same urine sample was run through two different machines. And you can see here the ochratoxin coming from that aspergillus that he's growing in his gut and probably his sinus cavities too, right? This is why we use antifungals in the nose, because you're growing it. That's how you got exposed to it. You were breathing in a moldy building. So the chances of it colonizing your sinuses are huge. When you hear ears ringing, blurry vision, those type of symptoms, we assume there's more sinus involvement. And then you can see here gliotoxin, which also comes from aspergillus, but candida makes gliotoxin too. This is where the brain fog comes in. You want to be less than 200. This kid's at 3,671. And I see this all day, every day. So this is not a rare occurrence. I'm not like picking a 1 out of 1,000 case. I mean, this is like every day, all day. This is what I see. Here's the bad guys, the Stachybotrys, the Roridin we were talking about, and the Verrucarin. And how do you know they're so bad? Well, look at the reference ranges. So for Roridin E, you want to have less than 0.2. So the lower the reference range, the more toxic it is. A woman who was depressed for 20 years and she got 90% better with her depression in 6 weeks, but she just had a lot of ochratoxin. You can see here she was off the charts, but everything else showed up clear. And here's the interesting thing, which is, so after 6 months, usually we'll retest the urine. We'll often see a bunch of new mycotoxins show up. Jane Doe, she's not a good excreter or detoxifier, so she can only pee out just enough mold for us to get a positive result, enough to justify using binders and glutathione to help treat her, versus somebody else may be better at flushing it out. So their urine test looks worse on paper, but they actually may not be bad as the lady who can't excrete it. But luckily, once you upregulate the pathways, you get people doing infrared saunas, you're heating up the body, you're hopefully improving diet, so you're becoming a more efficient fat burner. Your levels may go up 10 or 100x on the retest. That doesn't mean that you got exposed to more mold. That could just mean that you're getting better at flushing it out.
Annotated and summarized. Easy to share with loved ones. The description below the title for this video has these summary points.